God must be someone rather than something, so that God can be seen, heard, and touched, so that I could relate with God. Infinite and personal are two characteristics of God that is essential. There's a lot of people in our world that do believe in God, do believe that God exists, but the problem is that they don't all agree on what God looks like and what God is like. And so with a broad brush, I would like to invite you to examine them perhaps. I'm going to place them in three categories. First, the Eastern views, or the Eastern thoughts, where Buddhism and Hinduism believes that God is the creator of all things and the sustainer of all things. God is only infinite, but not personal. Infinite, but not personal. All is God, and God is all. There really isn't anyone there. There really isn't anyone home. Nobody that we can get to know. Not a personal being. God is just this concept of a universal spirit that places God everywhere, but in actuality, nowhere in particular. An infinite God who is not personal. An impersonal God is necessary to provide for us a moral grounding for the questions and issues of good and evil. Hinduism believes that there is a good spirit and a bad spirit, but ultimately nothing that is right or wrong. A God that is infinite, but we cannot get to know. On the other hand, the Western thoughts and the Western views believe that God is personal, such as the Nordics and the Greeks, very personal in fact, but not infinite. See, the problem with this kind of view is that they have more problem than we do. The Greeks and the Nordic gods, they fight, they lust, they are angry, and so in and of themselves are inadequate to provide for us solution to the problem of purpose and meaning. And so here we have two views, the Eastern views and the Western views. And the Eastern view says that God is infinite, that I must believe that God is infinite, but there is no way in this finite triangle that I can know God. Whereas the Western views believe that God is personal. Personal, knowable beings. Very personal, but not infinite, and therefore is inadequate for me. For I seek purpose and meaning. And therefore they could not offer that to me. Well, there is a third category of religions who believe that God is both infinite and personal. Namely Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. And we still ask the same question. We have three choices now. Which one is the real God? Which one is the real